quote me on it, but I think it's the Carolinas. I can't tell you if it's the north or south.
Well, after one of the little nets there, on I forget what frequency it was, but everybody met up there, and then everybody said, goodbye and what have you. And I was doing something on the computer, and just happened to leave the radio on that frequency, and I made a contact in Texas. Probably not, a big contact for anybody that's on the radio now, but for me it was pretty cool. Texas, I think I had 68 watts to hit him. And then one day during the net, somebody from Puerto Rico, we all made a contact there, so that was pretty neat.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, they told me. I don't know if Don told me they're up there, and other people come in, and he was talking to the guys up there from Massachusetts and that. So, well, that's all you got to do, Rich. Just go on the radio and just call. Just pick a station. And just call. You'll be surprised who comes back to you.
Up in some of these nets, as I'm spinning that dial, man, some of the nets are really down south. Was it the good old boys net? They just go off on tangents, boy, and I just listen to them, and I get a big chuckle out of listening to them boys.
Yeah, and then they got the county net. I don't know if you ever heard that. They work counties like a state, and if they know to get their QSL cards, they'll get every county in every state, So there's that net. There's quite a few of them out there. And that's what it was. When I first got my license, I used to chase on the weekends. If you go up and look at the ARRL there, special event stations, that's what I used to chase all the time. Try to work them. You send them a QSL card, they send you a certificate or whatever. Give you a number to copy, and you put that on your QSL and send it in. They'll send you back a certificate or a QSL card or what have you. That's what I used to like to do.
Was there a station trying to get in there? Not. I heard it sounded like somebody doubled up with you there, Pete, so I wanted to make sure I didn't hog the time here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I'm having a good time. I like the old RTTY stuff. I actually, just for ha-has, tried what is it called, the WinFax or WeFax or something like that out of Boston. Got one of those coming in, and that was kind of neat to watch.
All right, yeah, I don't have that. I used to work PSK though a lot. Used to do PSK. I gotta invest in a rig blaster, I guess. Probably another computer to plug that in. I only have one computer now. The other one I used to have a spare, and I used to run PSK all the time.
I seem to be acquiring computers that I'm kind of Frankensteining them back together. I got two XPs sitting here, and I got a nice Dell Lattice. I think I don't know what it is. It's a Dell, and I got it new from my wife, and the motherboard was bad, so they came down to the house, replaced everything. They actually showed up to the house to do it. It was fantastic. About a week later, I put my slipper through the screen and blew the LCD screen out, so it's now without a screen to a monitor, more wires,
Yeah, very good. Very good. Well, like I say, we haven't been too much doing anything, with that anymore. Well, I still go up and listen, and say, I don't use the PSK. But, you know, I guess it's the time right now, you know. Usually I'm doing something else. I don't have enough time.
KC1BYD. Yeah, I'm getting antsy. I haven't had the 7200 on in about 2 weeks. You know, having to deal with pop and all that kind of stuff. You know, so can't wait to get back on there. Maybe this week. Maybe early next week.
Yeah, very good. What they say? How long is he going to be in? Are they going to let him loose, or is he going to stay there for a while?
His lungs aren't doing too good. He's got that, what is it, nitrous something or other. It's kind of like, I don't know, albuterol. It's supposed to help the lungs expand, whatever. I don't know. It's some sort of medication. And they're still not doing well. They're hoping to do a tracheotomy this week so they can get the tubes and stuff out of his throat because, you know, the longer he's on a tube, on the ventilator, that, you know, it's not very good to get him off. It's not easy to get him off that. It's easier to get him off the trach than the tube.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember a lot of that stuff. I know I had that. Like I said, 2 days I was out, and I don't remember them. Guess when I was coming through one time, my wife said was up there with my daughter, and my daughter said something, and my wife says, "I never heard you talk to Lindsay that way." I don't know. I told her to go something or other. I told her she was full of, you know, what the hell you talking about? And she says, I never heard you talk to her like that. So something must have just crossed me pretty good, I guess.
Yep, he's having a little bit of issue because this I call her a little nurse politely. She's a very small lady, very short, and she's a lieutenant, and he's enlisted. He retired senior master sergeant, so she's pulling rank on him, giving him orders, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And he's not happy about not being able to talk. He can't communicate, so that's frustrating him, you know. He can't. He's got all the wires and stuff. He's got. I don't even know what it is. There's a bucket of ice there that they're running something through. I guess it cools the blood before it goes back in you to see how long it takes to get through your circulatory system or some such thing. So they have to keep changing the ice.
All right. I don't remember having anything like that, Rich. I don't remember. I know I had IVs stuck in my neck. I do remember them, both sides, and that's where they came in. And I do remember them taking blood every single day out of me to see how everything was running. And I do remember them putting me on a diet, a special diet, and they wouldn't let me have orange juice and a bunch of other stuff. So the lady came in one day and I went, this, you can't have it, can't have it. I says, well then give me anything you can give me, I says, and I'll be happy with it. Boy, I couldn't have anything on the menu, you know.
Yep, it's a big thing. Food. He hasn't had real food probably since he went in. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are there that I don't understand. You know, I've never seen before, like the bucket of ice, that big computerized doohickey with the I don't know if it's NO2 or what it is. I think that's laughing gas. It's the you know, that expands the lungs. Never seen that before. Just a lot of things I've never seen.
I didn't have any of that. All they did give me that little plastic tube and says blowing this every day. You gotta get up to this before you can get out of the hospital. You had to breathe into it for your lungs. And I guess that was it to make sure you didn't end up with pneumonia or anything in there. So make your lungs work by laying in the bed. I guess you could get end up with pneumonia or whatever. I don't know the exact what it is, but you had to breathe in there.
They had to give him what they called a heart pillow. When you feel the cough coming on, don't suppress it. You squeeze the pillow into your chest, and that helps helps the chest and all that kind of stuff, so you don't rupture anything. But he doesn't even have the strength to do that. He can't use the pillow. He can't cough. He can't do anything. They still got the suction going. They had to give him I don't know how many infusions of blood. I mean, he's went through so many bags. I think last count I had was over 6. So
How old is he? Yeah, I remember the pillow, and that's when they gave me to him, the pillow. How old is he, Rich?
he's in his 60s.
All right, very good. Very good. Well, yeah, I can remember that. I don't want to go through that again, but geez, I can even remember them tying that wire to hold my chest back together, and I can remember walking and turning a certain way, and you could hear the ribs or the bone, whatever it was, grinding with the other one, as you walked.
Yep. Earlier yesterday morning, they finally took the bandages off the mark there, where they put the wire through and all that kind of stuff. Actually took the bandage off, and now it's back on because they went in the same spot, same way.
Yeah. Well, wish him luck, anyways. On that, Rich. We're going to say 7-3 for now. And I'll look for you tomorrow morning. 7-3 for now, Rich. And one animal.
All right, Pete, have yourself a good day. We'll catch you in the morning. KC1BYD. I'll be listening.
KC1BYD. This is KC1ETM.
KC1ETM, KC1BYD.
Yeah, I know heart surgery can be kind of a scary thing. My third son, had his first open heart surgery at 6 weeks old, and his second one at 10 weeks old, and to see them, hooked up on all the machines with all the meds, and to see stuff like that is kind of unnatural. However, I think 200 years ago, what would their chances be, today? I mean, what would their chances be 200 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. There would be none.
Yeah, the crazy, like my son, when he was 6 months old, they put him on hospice. After all the heart surgeries and after all the procedures they did, they put him on hospice, and he wasn't doing too good, so we found out that Boston Children's had a medical trial. So we left California, instantly. We sold everything we had, and we lived in a hotel when we got here. But now he's, almost 3, and he's doing great. So the medical field, especially when it comes to cardiology, the medical field has really, really advanced a lot.
Where from in California did you come from?
We were originally north of Sacramento, up in Northern California. My wife is from LA. I'm from Northern California, so yeah, so totally different than New England. I'll give you that.
I've still got family in Red Bluff, and I came from Riverside.
Nice. We were about an hour south of Red Bluff, but I had some family down in Lancaster and Palmdale. One time I made it from Riverside to Sacramento in 5.5 hours. And the sad thing is we were getting passed in the slow lane constantly.
Looking up for all the bumper-to-bumper traffic down south of LA.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of traffic. Town I grew up in was maybe 2,000 people. You know, my wife, you know, her high school was 2.5 times that size.
I don't know if you've heard John W. North, but that was the high school I attended when I was down there in Southern California.
So, how long have you been in New England?
I think I finally got into the Berkshires in 2000, 2003, somewhere in there.
I gotcha. I spent most of my life in Northern California, and when my son got sick and they put him on hospice, we did whatever we could, you know, and that's what brought us out here. October 2013. So
K1FFK. And is he okay now, or?
well, the medical trial that he's on, they're using a chemotherapy for his heart disease. He's still on chemo. He's been on chemo for about 2.5 years now, but he is the healthiest, and he's one of the oldest kids in the program. If you saw him, you know, playing in a park, you'd have no idea he was on chemo or had heart troubles.
Well, I wish him the best. Chemos does stink. Delayed me getting up here in, what was it, 89, October 10th, 1989. I wound up going into the hospital with no good outlook on life, I guess you could say. I didn't have a choice. I went in for the look-see and get me evaluated. And they said, you're not going home. They stuck me in the hospital. We started in Hudson, New York, and then wound up in Albany Med. And I did that for about, 2.5 years, chemotherapy and radiation. So it stinks. It really, really does.
Yeah, no, I can definitely relate. But you know, I always got to lean on, you know, 200 years ago, where would they be? You know, the medical field is not at all where it is today, and so for that, I am grateful.
Absolutely. Just in the last 20 years, things have changed. As of 2003, was supposed to be 12 years. They gave me 12 years to live, and I kind of beat their odds, so things changed a lot, I guess.
Not bad, not bad. So, are you having any issues these days, or are you doing pretty good? This is KC1 ETM.
KC1 BYD. No, nothing that I know of. You know, every day I say when my feet hit the floor, it's going to be a good day. So I just keep saying that mantra and get out of bed and start the day, and we'll see what happens, you know.
Yeah. Although, you know, situations like that aren't the most exciting things to hear about. It is nice. It is nice that a byproduct of life-threatening situations, they really teach us what's really important about life. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's not the monetary stuff. It's not money. It's nothing like that. It's family and your loved ones. You know.
Yep. I got you there. So you said you're in the Berkshires. Are you Massachusetts?
Yep, I'm in Pittsfield.
Nice. I'm sitting at about 1,200 feet elevation in Shutesbury, just north of Amherst. Passed my technician class about 3 weeks ago and got my ticket about a week and a half ago. So I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome. My stepson and I, the Ham Fest for the club this past summer. I took him down there, and we both passed our general finally, and that was a pretty neat thing. So there's a lot of good guys out here. You should check into the nets and such.
Yeah, I've been listening to the K1 FFK net for probably the past 4 months. I I've had radios, just, haven't been able to speak on them. But I've been checking in on the. Normally I do the 10 a.m. Traffic net. But today I couldn't meet until the 1 p.m.
Fantastic. There's a lot of great guys out here, ladies as well. Nothing intended on that, but it's a good group.
Yeah, I copy that. So far, I been met with a warm welcome, so that's good. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to get out of here pretty soon.
Right then, I'll say 7-3s to you, sir. Great chatting with you. Maybe we can again. I'm usually monitoring the 910 anyway, so even in the car. So you have yourself a great day, and wish you guys the best, of course, for the boy and all that kind of stuff. Be well. It's KC1BYD. I'll be clear.
Copy that, and thanks for chatting, and thanks for being somebody else who's got a family member who's got heart issues. We can lift each other up in that way. So cool, 73s. This is KC1 ETM on my final.
K1FFK. K1FFK. K1FFK.